WOYK.
Here he swings and hammers it. Watch this one go. It's a game winner.
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, York Dental Sleep Therapy, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Family Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swing and a deep drive to right field. Watch this one go. He fires. Game over. Base hit. It's a fair ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He slides. He's in. Revs win it.
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Darrell Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from People's Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 115 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, game 2 of a 7-game homestand and the second of 4 in this series as the Revs once again play host to the Somerset Patriots. What might they do for an encore performance here tonight? Hi again, everybody. Darrell Henry alongside Matt Present. Welcome to Revs Baseball here on a hot summer's evening at the ballpark. And Matt, if you predicted that the Revs would score a team record for runs in a first inning on no sleep last night, you would have won something. I don't know how many people would have predicted that, but it was a heck of a performance to get back home.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's so interesting, the two very different results that we've seen this year coming off that trip from Sugarland. The first time back home, the Revs lost 10-0 to New Britain. Then yesterday, they come off a 6-game road trip in the sweltering heat of Texas, don't get any sleep, and come out and put up 8 in the first inning, 11 in the game, and set that first inning record here at home for the second time in 3 games.
And if you weren't with us last night, we'll have the highlights from that first inning. Again, the previous Saturday against New Britain, it was a 7-run first. Last night, though, they even outdid themselves with that. And it all started innocently enough. They had bases loaded, no outs. Patrick Johnson got a strikeout, then got ahead of Talvin Nash. And you're wondering if they would capitalize, but Nash broke the ice with the first run, and the floodgates open. 0-2. Curveball hit in the air, center field. Harris will walk back and tag up. It's plenty deep enough. Golson in medium center will catch it, and Alonso trots home to score. Talvin Nash behind in the count 0-2. He gets enough of it, and a sac fly gives York a 1-0 lead. Look back, and the 1-0. Swing and a line drive center field. It's going to get down for a hit. Casilla around third to score. Golson can only fake the throw to third. It's 2-0 York. And Cruz breaks his bat, but dumps it in center. Golson had him played way deep. The 1-0. And a swing and a drive deep left field. It is gone! 3-run home run, Tyrone Verona. And the Revs have returned home in grand style here in this first inning tonight. A 5-spot. And Verona with his second home run with the Revs. It's a 5-0 first inning lead. The 2-2. Breaking ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left field. It's got a chance. Gone! Alonso Harris onto Arch Street. And the Revs with their second 3-run home run of the inning. It's a new team record for a first inning. 8 runs on the board, and it's 8-0 York. And they would add on from there over the course of the night. Not so much in the middle innings, but Verona and RBI hit in the second. Casilla a double in the third. Nash would punctuate things late in the game. Pitch is grounded the other way, and that's going to get through into right. He's got 4 RBIs in the first 2 innings, and they do get Mitchell in from third and lead it 9-1. 0-2. And a line drive left center, hit well, a low line shot, and it smacks the wall on the fly. Simpson scores, Harrison to third, and Casillas got a stand-up RBI double. And a missile off the barrel of his bat. Here's a belt, deep left field, and it clears the arch nemesis. Telvin Nash gives the Revs their third home run of the night. And he hammers his 8th of the season, the 36th of his Revs career. The 2-2. Swing and a bouncer, he's got it. Leaping up, he gloves it, throws it to first, and this game's over. And the Revs in sole possession of first place by half a game. They return home in emphatic fashion with an 11-2 win over the Patriots. The only thing that didn't go right, Matt, last night was that none of that happened during your innings. I'm sorry. It was a little bit quiet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, but it was quite the performance to come home.
It certainly was, and the pitching shouldn't be overlooked either. Victor Mateo gave up just 2 runs over 5 innings. He's been very good. The bullpen, which had its up and downs in Sugar Land, it was very good. And interestingly enough, the Somerset bullpen yesterday also very good. They allowed just 1 earned run in 6 1/3 innings, but obviously that 8-run start, the Revs, a huge advantage.
Well, an 11-2 final last night, so they have moved into sole possession of first place. Lancaster was rained out last night, and Matt and I will discuss that coming up here in our next segment. But the Revs 25-19 in the second half coming in. Somerset, after winning the first half, they are 20-23 in the second half, having dropped 3 in a row. Tonight it's Frank Gailey making the start, 9-9, ERA of 4.53. Lefty Efrain Nieves will go for Somerset, 2-3 with an ERA of 3.44. Coming up on our pregame, again, Matt and I will discuss the division race a bit further in our next segment. Then we'll get Mace's reaction to last night's enormous return home. And first pitch tonight is set for 6:30 right here at Peoples Bank Park on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry. Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League.
Or go to WOYK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Back here in tonight's pregame, Revs and the Patriots. Daryl Henry back with Matt present here pregame. And Matt, one thing about last night, the Revs, I mean, barring disaster, they had that game in control early, which they did. The pitching was terrific, as you mentioned, in addition to the offense. But our scoreboard watching last night was done early as well. Lancaster and Southern Maryland rained out. And one of there's certain aspects of winning the first half that I love. There's certain aspects of going forward in the second half that definitely seem right, and that is late summer and September pennant race and scoreboard watching. And one thing that's strange is they are not playing that doubleheader tonight. They're going to do that tomorrow in that series over in Lancaster.
Yeah, they are, and you kind of wonder what impact that might have on this weekend series. The Revs hosting the Barnstormers for 3 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I kind of came into this homestand, Daryl, feeling like this might decide it. Obviously, you know that last week of the season is going to have the Blue Crabs in town and the Barnstormers in town, but if this team gets hot this week, and with Lancaster losing 7 of their last 10, this is really a point where the Revs really can surge ahead, perhaps for good. And I think I go back to earlier in the season, in the first half, when the Barnstormers were the best team in the league, or at least the best team in the division, and it was really incredible to see the numbers they were putting up, given that their ERA was not good. But now that they've lost a lot of their speed, a lot of their power, their league worst ERA is really showing itself and really permeating through the rest of the team, I think.
Yeah, I think that's been, without question, their biggest reason for the drop-off here lately. And you know, one thing about this race in recent weeks, it seems like the teams are winning and losing on the same nights, but finally the Revs have officially caught them, and as of last night, moved ahead by half a game. But a big week indeed, and first thing, you've got to take care of business before you get there. You can't look ahead, but I've said since the second half race really tightened up, I get the sense that this team does a really good job of focusing on themselves. I don't think they're too worried about chasing or now being ahead by half a game at all. They're really having fun with it.
Yeah, and you can. I mean, this far away from the finish line, you know, you're in complete control of your own destiny. You're not looking for help. It's certainly fun for us to look and see where the team is relative to the other games going on and checking out the standings night to night, but the race is in front of them, especially given that they do face the Barnstormers 6 more times, 3 this weekend, 3 at home again, that last home stand of the season, and the Revs right now sitting atop the division for the first time since July 20th. The other thing, Daryl, I want to talk to you about and get your thoughts on is Victor Mateo last night. He's really, I think as the season has gone on, relied more and more on that cutter, and he mixes speeds with it really well. 78 to 84, I think he was pretty much sitting last night with that pitch. And, you know, Little League Baseball, and as you come up, middle school, high school, etc., so many kids are focused on throwing hard with
nearly as much as you do now, but now almost everybody throws one, and it has almost taken the place of the four-seam as being, you know, your number one go-to pitch.
Right, and I think it all started with Mariano Rivera because he said, this is my pitch.
Yeah.
And he could do a whole lot of different things with it, more things than anyone else has ever figured out how to do with that pitch. But I really think it does boil down to lack of education among coaches. I mean, I was really never taught how to throw anything that had that kind of velocity, but also that kind of movement. And like I said, you have guys in the big leagues that throw hard, but also have that movement. And, you know, I think the guy who is here this season for the Revs that stands out in my mind is Jarrett Martin, who was throwing 97, but was moving it to both sides of the plate.
Yeah, and Rivera, it was like, you know what I'm going to throw, good luck, you're still not going to hit it. And Jarrett kind of had that that mentality as well. But yeah, it really is. It is interesting to kind of compare the younger game and with what the pros are doing, and you know, all the kids want to throw the big hammer as well, the curveball, which obviously, if you can be successful at the Little League level without doing that, it would be a good idea for the future health of your arm. But yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, we watched Vic basically rely on that pitch mid-80s last night and have another really strong outing. Now, Frank Gailey has wrapped up his warm-ups on the way into the dugout. We will take our final pregame break. We'll hear from Mace on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report up next.
Hey Revs fans, get points or great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, last night, that first inning was a pretty sweet way to come home, and didn't seem to be any ill effects from a day with very little sleep the way that game started.
Maybe that's the trick. Everybody stay up for 40-some hours and then come and swing the bat. Yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those kind of innings. We had one a few nights ago here, I guess, and 7 that night, 8 last night, and I mean that's a nice way to get the game off and the homestand started.
And it wasn't just the first inning, but I mean, it just seemed like your guys were sharp despite what they went through yesterday, and even some of the plays in the field and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was. We played a solid game. We pitched really well. Defense was very good. Offensively, it's that speaks for itself. So, just a complete game yesterday on very short rest and a long week in Texas.
I know you had some optional hitting available for the guys yesterday if they wanted it, and then today, I would imagine pretty good to get back on the field. It had been probably a week and a half, I guess.
Yeah, well, yesterday, the optional hitting, everybody decided they were going to hit in the cage, so they hit in the cage yesterday. Today we went outside, and the Texas weather kind of followed us up here, so we were stretching, and I told them, I said, look, if you want to hit on the field, fine. The guys that want to hit out here will stay. The ones that want to go to the cage, we can do that. So they opted to take ground balls, which we hadn't done in a while, and they're hitting in the cage again today. So tomorrow, when it's a little cooler for the rest of the week, we'll definitely hit on the field, but we bypassed the field yesterday and today, and partly was the heat and the travel and everything, but the other part too is we're just not exactly 100% healthy yet, and we're running our same guys out there night after night, so we don't want to risk injury right now, and we want to try to keep the guys as healthy as we can.
With Mateo last night, a lot of cutters, and he's not lighting up the radar gun, but not a lot of heavy contact against him last night. And what were you seeing with the way that he was using his stuff?
Well, even though he missed some in the zone, he was down in the zone, I thought, for the most part. And he really didn't elevate too many pitches yesterday where they could get him, and hit the ball really hard. I think there were a couple in the left center gap, I remember, but other than that, for the most part, kept the ball down, came up with some double play when we needed it, and was able to get out of some, even though we had a good lead at the time, you start to get a sticky situation. You have 2-1, nobody out, then you get a double, then you get a single, and then something else happens, and before you know it, it could be 8-4, 8-5, and you're only in the second or third inning. So I thought he did a good job to get out of those situations and keep a nice cushion between us and them.
A little bit different top of the order tonight with Witherspoon hitting second, and is that a combination of Tejeda being out for a couple of days and then facing a lefty tonight? You put him near the top. Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. We're trying to move around the third spot in our lineup right now for the next day or so, and so we're trying to match it up a little bit better, right, left, and those kind of things. So Travis has done a good job against left-handed pitchers this year, and Casilla has done a really good job against left-handers. So we just kind of slid him down to the 3-hole and put Travis up top behind Harris. And because of left-handed pitcher, we moved Mitch down a little bit today, and we give Burgess the day off. And we're in a stretch where we're going to play for a while. So guys are going to have to get some days off. We need to get, Trunfell back out there healthy and able to play. And, once Tejeda comes back, that'll help.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. And with that, we are set to go here tonight as Alfredo Rodriguez makes his way to the plate. A hot, humid, almost hazy night here with the heat. And we'll set Somerset's lineup for you. It is brought to you by Flying Feet. Frank will work from the stretch. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch ready upon us here tonight. And it is over for a called strike. We are underway. 6:32 our start. Game time temp on the board, 95 degrees. Rodriguez hitting .243. Pitch is lifted at first. Nash takes one step in, waits, and squeezes a bloop pop-up. And it's a quick first out. Patriots lineup, it's Rodriguez at short, Scott Kelly, the second baseman, Olmo Rosario, third baseman, bats third, Kyle Roller, the DH, hitting cleanup. Mark Minikazi at first base will bat fifth. Hitting sixth, the catcher, Jovan Gonzalez. Greg Golson in right field hit seventh. Justin Pacioli in center will bat eighth. And Aaron Eggleston in left is hitting ninth. Patriots in the navy tops tonight. Revs in the alternate whites, Rams style. Pitch to Kelly is over for a strike. He's hitting .248. Against lefties, though, .323. Only one home run, but a speed guy, middle infielder. He's got 24 steals. Pitch is right over the plate, but a little low. Our plate ump tonight, Nate Caldwell. Derek Moshe at first, Brian DeBrouwer at third base. Gailey to the belt, kicks and deals, and a splitter, and it crawls along the first base line. Cruz is out, and a sidearm throw somehow got it. Nash giving him the target inside the bag. A tricky play there, but it's out number two. And Matt Cruz had to deal with the bat, and also he was kind of leaning a little off balance, and that's a tough one to let your first baseman see that throw coming.
It sure is, and Mace talked about how Cruz came up as a third baseman, drafted at that position. He kind of showcased it right there, and what made that play especially tough is usually when you're coming in from any position, barehanding and throwing on the run, you have a bit of momentum behind it, but he kind of had to stop and pick it up and just kind of left his feet and threw it without much behind it to push it towards first base.
Here is Olmo Rosario, who lays off low and away. Two quick outs for Gailey. Nice play from his catcher. And the next one is just outside, 2-0. Rosario, 264, 5 homers, 36 driven in around some time in Mexico. The 2-0, and that one's in for a strike. Gailey comes in tonight, tied for the league lead still with 9 wins. This is another start where he's trying to become the first in the league to 10 this year. The 2-1, and it's outside off Cruz's glove. That one tailing away. I'll go to the backstop. 4th straight start that Gailey's trying to get to 10 wins. He had lost 2 and then a no decision since his 9th win, but in 2 of those 3 he's pitched well. He fires, and there's a called strike. A full count on Rosario as Gailey looks to set him down in order. And staring in, he nods yes. The stretch, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A splitter from Frank on 3-2, and he had Rosario way early. A 1-2-3 start, and at the end of a half, it's the Patriots nothing and the Revs coming up.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and gets you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event is on, featuring Outlander Sports starting at $18,735 or 0% financing available for up to 72 months. Right now, $2,500 off all 2017 Mitsubishi Lancers or the 2017 Outlander with standard 7-passenger seating and discounts rebates up to $4,000. York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event with a great selection and over 70 cars available. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue in York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Sale ends 8/31.
This is Brad Allen. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
1-2-3 first inning for Frank Gailey, and the Revs come to bat against Efrain Nieves here in the bottom of the first inning. First time they've seen him this year. Saw him last season. Alonzo Harris will lead off. First pitch from the lefty is lined into left, base hit, and he's raring and ready to go again. Jumps on the first one and scalds a leadoff single to left field. Comes in tonight third in the league in hitting at .324 and tops in slugging and runs. Third in hits, fifth in homers as of last night. Having an MVP caliber year. Here's Travis Witherspoon. And we'll set the York lineup. Nieves the pitch. He shows bunt, and it's over for a strike. And Nieves, who's got a funky delivery, kind of hooks the hand back and starts to lean forward and then slings it from a low three-quarter, stepping across his body toward a left-hand hitter. Hasn't faced one yet. 0-1. And a ground ball rolled to short. Rodriguez to his right, feeds second. Kelly the turn just in time. That was 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, 2 outs and no base runners. The lineup tonight, it's Harris at second, Witherspoon in center, Alexi Casilla DHing hitting third, Talvin Nash at first base cleanup, Luis Cruz will catch and hit fifth, Tyrone Verona in left bat sixth, Ryan Dent at short, Jared Mitchell in right, Chase Simpson at third. He's starting 9 for the Revs tonight. Here is Casilla, and he watches a first pitch strike. DHing, hitting at .362. Against lefties, 24 for 48, 500. 0-1, and a swing and a pop-up foul, back and out of play. And Nieves, who gave up the first pitch single, despite that, looking to match Gailey with a 3-batter first inning. A royal blue glove tucked against his chest. He works from the stretch, and Casilla swings and pulls one on the ground at third. Rosario charging, throws high, and it skips up and into the seats. And Casilla will be awarded second base. Rosario charging, tossed it on the run, and it sailed high. Minikaze, I don't think even could get a glove on it, and it bounced off the top of the sidewall and about halfway up the stands.
Next up from the Revolution, your first baseman, number 23, Talvin Nash.
The inning continues for Talvin Nash. Patriots, the fewest errors in the league. The Revs, the second fewest. York did not commit one last night. Somerset did commit one. That is their 73rd. York with 81. Pitch to Nash is outside. Nash hitting at .314. Last night, his 8th home run. Drove in 2, giving him 20 RBIs in just 23 games. 1-0, and that's way high and out. The hitters count for him.
And you mentioned that delivery from Nieves. Shows you the ball behind his back, and Wonder if hitters are able to pick up, whether it's a fastball or a breaking ball, the split second in which they see that grip.
Ready, a look back, 2-0, and it's outside. He's missed badly away with the last two. Does have first base open. Would not at all be surprised to see Nash have the green light. Lights have come on here in the first inning tonight. Here's the stretch. 3-0. And a swing and a rip. Base hit to left field. Casilla being sent. He will score. And Telvin Nash on a 3-0 green light rips a base hit to left. And the Revs with a 1-0 lead. Rosario dove to his left, couldn't reach it. Nash rips it by him. His 21st run driven in his first 24 games with York this season. Now an unearned run. Eggleston had to come toward the line slightly and no chance to even make a throw toward home. Here's Luis Cruz. First pitch, tails down and away at 88 on the gun. A lot of movement, but low. Now an unearned run, not an 8-run inning yet, but the Revs with a first inning score again. A 1-0 and a swing and a miss. Cruz lunging at a changeup. Revs actually have scored in the first inning for the 3rd straight game. And in the 2nd inning or earlier for the 4th straight game. Here's the stretch. And the 1-1. That's down low. Cruz at 279, 5 homers, 25 driven in. And he's really been on a tear, getting a little more regular playing time with Tejeda suspended a couple of more days. 2-1, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. He is 6 for 11 his last 3 games combined. Last night, 1 for 3, RBI single in the first, made it 2-0, and really started the opening of the floodgates after Nash's sac fly. The 2-2. Swinging a well-hit ball right center field toward the gap. It's down for a hit. Knocked down by Pacioli. Nash is being sent, and no relay home. It's 2-0. Luis Cruz belts one to the gap in right center. It's an RBI double. And the Revs with multiple runs in the first inning for the 3rd straight game. A 2-0 head start.
Now batting for your North Revolution, your left fielder, number 13.
And a really nice job by Cruz, waiting back on the ball, driving it the opposite way. And not only has he been hot, hitting it hard, but not trying to do too much either. Last night it was a broken bat single that really got things going with 2 outs in the first.
Here's Dyrone, and he takes a strike. Verona, a 3-run homer in the first last night. Instantly turned a nice start into a huge start, made it 5-0. Drove in 4 in the game. He swings here, comes up empty on a high fastball. Last night, his 3rd game of the year of 4 RBIs or more. Hit his 2nd home run. Cruz leading from second, the stretch, the 0-2. And it missed up and in. That double from Cruz, Nash scoring all the way from first. Like a linebacker running cone drills. Turning the corner and with a full head of steam. And Cruz, like you said, Matt, continuing to hit it all over the park. Here's a ground ball skidding to short, right at Rodriguez. A throw across will get Verona by a couple of steps to end the inning. But the Revs with 2 unearned runs, they got an extra out and took advantage of it. 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the 2nd. It's York 2, Somerset 0.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Smith Village Home Furnishings, Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, Maple Press Company, Shaler Yesco Distribution Incorporated, the York County Economic Alliance. Together, we prosper. Visit ycea-pa.org.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
At the York County Solid Waste Authority, we urge residents to properly dispose of household medications. That's why we put secure medication drop boxes in 16 police departments. Drop old meds off for free. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
The revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
With a 2-0 lead as we head to the second inning. And just like last night, Revs starter with a 1-2-3 first, and then the offense puts them right on top. Now Gailey will face Kyle Roller, the DH, cleanup man, up first, and he fires a little bit high. Roller hitting .321, 18 home runs, 58 driven in. And that's in a partial season. He had been in the American Association. Pitch is over at the knees, a called strike. 18 homers, 58 driven in only 68 games. Some really hefty numbers for him. And against lefties, he's hit even better, .380 with 4 of his 18 homers. Pitch is outside, 2-1. For Gailey, he's trying to become the first Rev to win 10 since James Simmons won 11 last year. The first lefty to do it since Rami Lewis 2 years ago. Pitch is a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Roller out in front.
That was one of the best sliders I've seen from Frank, maybe all year. Really good arm action. It kind of just floated across the plate. Just dazzling up there.
2-2. And he threw it again, but worked it outside off the plate. Now a full count. Gailey all-time with York, tied for third in wins with 20 with Logan Williamson and Wayne Franklin. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing, and it's beaten foul at the plate. And trailing only Thurm and Chris Cody on the all-time wins chart. His 9 wins, tied with several others for the league lead. The 9 losses are tied for 4th most, only 4 no decisions. Pitch is just inside. A 3-2 split, and it had the bite he was looking for, but just inside. First base runner of the night. Walk to Roller. And here's the K-Man. Mark Minikazi. Wonder how they made that selection. Hitting .254, 4 home runs. His last 7 games hitting .360. First pitch, fastball strike, or actually a changeup. Frank took some off. Revs up 2-0 here in the second inning. There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another changeup. Quickly in front. Last start for Frank, 5 innings, 2 runs. At Sugar Land had a lead, but the Revs would fall late. As he tosses over, that was a no decision for him. So another bid for win number 10. He's ready. 0-2. And a ground ball to second. Harris will wait for it and tosses back to Dent. The turn, it is not in time. Hit too slowly. And Minikazi on a close play just beat it. Nash stretching, trying to get that throw from Dent. Just a hair quicker. Fielder's choice, 1 out.
And Harris and Dent talking about that one after the play. Harris pointing to himself and turning to the first base side dugout and saying the same, saying that's my bad. He waited back on it too long. I think he underestimated the speed of Minikazi a bit. Had he charged, I think they get him.
No, 1 on, 1 out. Jovan Gonzalez, the hitter, did not play last night. Donahue caught. Here's the first pitch, and that's over for a strike. Gonzalez hitting .304 with 3 homers, 24 driven in. Against lefties, .465. They have Glenn Barker, their normal third base coach tonight. Donahue coaching at first. Pitch is swung on and missed. Cruz was thinking about a snap throw. It slipped out of his glove. Gailey ahead 0-2, a foul tip into the mitt on that fastball. Gonzalez has been Mr. Clutch for the Patriots this year. 4 walk-off hits, couple against York. Here's the 0-2, and it just missed the outside corner. Fastball at 88 from Frank. Last night, we mentioned Donahue coaching at first. He's a player coach. Last night when he was playing, their manager, Brett Jody, coached first. Here's a swing and a tip foul behind the plate. Gonzalez reaching, just got a piece. Revs up 2-0 here in the second inning. Gailey ready. And fires. Swing and a miss. A changeup away. And he got Gonzalez to reach. It's his second strikeout of the night. 2 down here in the second inning. It's only the second time all year that Frank is facing Somerset. The first one did not go well. June 18th on the road. Went only 2 innings, gave up 3. But since then, 5 innings or more in 11 straight starts, 3 earned or fewer in 9 of those 11. Here's Greg Golson. First pitch is outside. He had gone 3 or fewer in 7 straight starts until his last home start. Gave up 5 early against New Britain, but then hung in to go 6. And followed that up by pitching pretty well at Sugar Land, but a no decision. Pitch is swung on and missed. Changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Golson, another potent bat against lefties, hitting .370 off southpaws, .238 overall. 1-1, and it's outside. Revs with both of their lefty starters working in this series. Logan Williamson in a couple of nights will start. Gailey ready. And the 2-1. Swinging a foul tip. Glancing right off Cruz's mitt and on back. 2-2. Now he's had to work quite a bit more this inning after the leadoff walk, but looking to finish off the frame. Had a pretty quick first inning tonight. Frank to the belt. The 2-2. Swing and a number down to first. A changeup hit weakly. Nash has it. He'll take it to the bag. He waited to make Golson run and then tiptoed in there. No runs, hits, errors, and one left. Frank works around the leadoff walk. And we go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 York.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Planting a tree, putting in a mailbox, whatever your project, Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com.
This is Houghton Buchanan. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Rebs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Rebs a 2-0 lead as they come to bat in the second inning. Ryan Dent will lead things off. Mitchell and Simpson as well. First pitch fastball from Nieves is on the outer edge for a strike. 87 on that one from the lefty. Dent up to 261. There's the 0-1. And a fastball for strike 2, same spot. He's probably raised the average 30 points or so the last 3 weeks. 5 home runs, 37 knocked in, the 0-2. And he swings, bounces it the other way. Kelly ranging toward first, cuts it off, dumps it off, and one away. He was up the middle and had to sprint way to his left, but got there on the high bouncer. One down at 7 o'clock. We'll pause for station identification.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350. WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
One down. Here is Jared Mitchell. Rebs with a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the second inning. Mitchell at 291, 11 homers. First pitch. He tries to bunt his way on, but angles it foul over to the Patriot dugout. Now, he's been one of the Revs' best hitters of late, but Mace taking some of the pressure off tonight with him being the only lefty in the lineup against Nieves. Drops him down in the order. Burgess the night off completely. The 0-1. And a 2-seamer on the outer edge. Ran back for strike 2. Mitchell 5th in the league in doubles with 29. There's the 0-2. And a breaking ball ripped past the pitcher's glove. It's cut off. It's short, though. The throw to first is in the dirt and late. And Mitchell with an infield hit right off the end of the bat. And Nieves couldn't time it. Reached up and missed. Rodriguez cut it off behind second, but a really tough play. And trying to make the acrobatic throw, it was in the dirt.
Yeah, really great range, though, shown off by Rodriguez. He was well behind the second base bag. Might have even been on the second base side of the bag when he fielded and threw on the run. Had it been a slower runner and had the pick been made, he might have had him, but Mitchell with good speed and no chance.
A one-out base runner, and Chase Simpson will stand in, batting from the right. Nieves will check in on Mitchell at first. He's got 13 steals. Simpson hitting .204 with 2 home runs, 9 ribbies. Last night's game, 1 for 4 with a big first inning hit. Pitch is a called strike, outside corner. Simpson will play at least a week straight, roughly, we would presume, with Trienfeld day to day. Here's the 0-1, and it's down and away, change up. Our Wellspan Sports Medicine injury report: Trienfeld with the strained wrist on a swing at Sugarland, but hoping to get him back midweek this week. Somerset's got 3 pitchers on the DL. 1-1, runner goes, and a swing and a pop-up foul and back out of play. Now Mitchell off and running there, will have to head back, 1-2. That one bouncing all the way down to Alonzo in the on-deck area. He'll toss it back up into the stands. Somerset with Alex Goen, John Hunton, relievers on the DL, and starter Jerome Williams. Zoe looking back at where that ball came down from. He was under siege there in the on-deck circle. 1-2, swinging a grounder foul down the third base side. A little bit early on that changeup. Nieves coming in 2-3, 3.44 ERA, and with some of the starters that they've lost, and they've lost a boatload, that's a big reacquisition for them. Made his first appearance of the year June 27th. Holds, deals, and a swing and a fly ball right field, sends Golson back, gets turned around, but he'll settle under it and has room to make the grab. Now 2 outs. Simpson drove it pretty well the other way, but Golson in fairly deep right has it. Then we go to the top of the order, and Alonzo Harris with 2 down. Rebs a 2-0 lead here.
Alonzo Harris.
Alonzo a single on the only pitch he saw from Nieves in the first inning. Nieves, 27-year-old from Barranquitas, Puerto Rico, and he's got Mitchell caught. A move to first. He was going in a run down. He hangs out in the middle. Now it's Kelly running him back, tags him out as he falls and does a backward somersault. It goes 1-3-4 on the caught stealing, and caught for just the 4th time all year. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left, and it's on to the 3rd. Revs still with a 2-0 lead.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League.
Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football previews. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
This is Jay Gauls. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sport Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs up 2-0 as we start the third tonight. And Frank Gailey, who has allowed just a walk through the first 2 innings. Sharp early. Stuff seems to be moving very well here tonight. And pretty good fastball early on as well, allowing him to mix it a bit better. Here's Justin Pacioli leading off. And the first pitch, a fastball strike right on the black. 8-9-1 due up. Pacioli at 290. 33 steals, one off the league lead. The 0-1, and a splitter dips low. That thing just plummeting on its way in. A 1-1, swing and a miss. Went off speed again. If you're a hitter, it's got to be frustrating to almost never get something hard to hit. Here's the 1-2 and a fastball. He chips a foul back. That time Gailey brought it over the plate but kept it down. Trying to speed Pacioli's bat back up there. And now quite the assortment of options that he can choose from. He's ready. And another 1-2. And a swing and a dribbler to short. Dent lines it up and sidearms to first in time. Pacioli can scoot, but Dent throws him out, one away, and Gailey did go back to the off speed to get him to roll it over.
Well, not only is it a heavy dose of off-speed pitches, but Gailey readily comes over the heart of the plate. He's a guy who likes to work the outside corner to righties and then expand the zone. And as long as he's ahead of the count, you're not going to get anything over the heart.
Here is Aaron Eggleston batting 9th tonight. Pitch from Gailey, a fastball right in for a strike. He's hitting .245, 2 homers. He is 5th in the league in walks. 0-1, and an overhand curve bends across for strike 2. And now Gailey mixing the arm angles a bit as well. And looks in, nods yes. The stretch, the 0-2. Swinging a fly ball to right, got in on the hands. Mitchell lines it up and squeezes. Fastball in, and Eggleston unable to get extended on it. Flies to right for out number 2. There are some nights that it's rare to see Gailey use the fastball, but here these last 2 hitters got ahead off speed and then threw a 2-strike fastball that was in the zone. He got a foul which set up another off speed for the ground out. This time he got the fly out on it. Here's Rodriguez at the top, and Gailey starts him with a changeup strike. Popped up to first his first time. 2-0 York. The 0-1. It's a changeup again, just out. Now the stretch from Frank, the 1-1. And back with another one. Called strike. 3 changeups in a row. And ahead of the Patriot leadoff man, a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. And Gailey the stretch. 1-2, swing and a loop to shallow center. Witherspoon in, he slides and he's got it! He slides on his glove hand arm and hangs on to it. His hat popped off, but Witherspoon with a fine sliding grab in shallow center and prevents the blue pit. It's a 1-2-3 inning. His teammates wait to give him the glove hand high five. And we go to the bottom of the third. It's the Revs 2, the Patriots nothing.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
From Manny Brothers, almost famous, always a favorite. From Manny Brothers, almost famous sandwiches served on Italian bread. Your choice of meat piled high with cheese, fresh cut fries, coleslaw, and tomato. Every day is happy hour with half price on draft, bottles, and liquors. Tuesday and Thursdays, it's Primanti Pizza Feast wings and salad for under $20. We'll keep the wings flying with 59-cent wings all day Sunday and boneless wings all day Monday. Primanti Brothers, 2151 South Queen Street. Almost famous, always a favorite.
It appears both sides have made their arguments and deliberations have concluded. Now, it's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it looks as though they're about to render their decision. Hang on. That's it. OJ is free with the purchase of a dozen maple donuts. A dozen vanilla sprinkles for me, please. Again, this just in, OJ is free with the purchase of a dozen maple donuts. And as always, every dozen is a baker's dozen in a big white box with orange maple donut lettering. How's that for memorabilia?
Maple donuts taste right.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs up 2-0. Alonzo Harris back up there, and he swings and misses. Going after the first one from Nieves. He was at bat when Mitchell was caught stealing, ending the second. Had a first pitch single to start the first inning. The 0-1. And he swings, bounces it, backhanded by Rosario behind the third base bag, and he fires across in time. Backhand short hop pick. Nicely done by Somerset's third baseman. One down, here's Travis Witherspoon, who hit into a double play his first time. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Netline Foods, and D's Nuts. First pitch to Witherspoon. It's a fastball over for a strike. Revs a 2-0 lead. Nieves fires, swing and a foul bag. That comes down right off our stuff, right off the upper deck and off our gear. No balls, 2 strikes.
And you could see that coming. I could not.
Yeah.
It's a little startling.
And Nieves delivers. And a swing and a grounder foul over toward Casilla, who's on deck. 0-2 it remains. Our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. Kaylee Bechtel, our contestant. Revs trying to go yard for Kaylee. Another 0-2 and a swing and a miss in the dirt. A changeup gets Witherspoon reaching, 2 down. And we'll bring up Casilla next. Nieves, who's got 6 straight quality starts coming in, has not allowed more than 3 earned in any appearance this season. Casilla, who reached on an error in the first inning and scored. First pitch, a swing and a miss, changeup. Last year, he Made 9 appearances with Somerset, 6 starts, and then moved on to Taiwan. We dim the LED lights in between pitches. The 0-1, and it misses down and away, a changeup.
Seems like he's really trying to work in that changeup a lot more here, second time through the order.
1-1, and a bouncer foul, third base side off the front of the Patriot dugout. Looking for his first 1-2-3 of the night. The pitch and a swing and a dribbler foul. Third base side down to Polo. He did have a 1-2-3 last inning, but Mitchell had a hit. Was erased on the caught stealing. Nieves to the plate. And a ground ball to third, and Rosario knocks it down, picks up. He will still have time. And gets the out at first. Revs down in order. Now we go to the fourth. Matt with the play-by-play. The Revs with a 2-0 lead.
All right, thanks.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star. Purchase participating products. Scan your Rutter's rewards card or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the fourth, York with a 2-0 lead. 2 unearned runs in the first inning. And once again, they're out in front. It'll be Scott Kelly, Omo Rosario, Kyle Roller here for the Patriots. Top 4, Frank Gailey out there. And the lefty kicks and fires, showing bunt is Kelly. He gets it down up the first base side. Gailey fields the sidearm throw, and not in time. Kelly with good speed beats it out, and what an acrobatic delivery to first from Gailey. He went to the ground, he was charging towards the line, and the lefty just left his arm out there, the rest of his body tumbling over. And Kelly beats it out, a bunt hit.
And I think he took a chunk out of the grass, so his cleats stuck, and hopefully he's walking it off. Hopefully he didn't feel anything on that attempt. Tremendous effort, did all he could, but absolutely the worst guy running to have to try to make that play. Kelly among their fastest.
So here is Rosario. Kelly with good speed, as you mentioned, on at first. He has 24 steals this year. Last year, 4th in the Atlantic League with 38. Quick toss over, a B move from Gailey. Kelly a dive back in. Kelly with 24. Pacioli with 33. And the Somerset team not only steals a lot of bases, but very efficient. The pitch on the way, line drive towards the middle, a short hop for the second baseman. Harris shovel to second, throw to first, double play. 4-6-3. The Revs turn it, and just ahead of the runner Kelly into second base.
Well, that was a great play as well. A little hot potato action from Harris, who had to wait back, let it bounce, and then as quickly as he had it, get rid of it in time to get Kelly, who made a good read, breaking for second. He saw it was going to bounce first. But after Gailey almost made an outstanding play, the Revs do turn a very nifty twin killing.
That one hanging in the air off the very end of the bat. Here's Roller. First pitch swung and missed. 87 from Gailey, middle away, 0-1. That play earlier in the second inning when Minakazi hit one to Harris, he waited back a little too long. That time charged hard and made a good flip. Breaking ball here from Gailey, nips the outside edge, and he's ahead 0-2. 2-0 Revs, top of the fourth. And 2 away on a double play ball following the bunt hit. Gailey ready, and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Breaking ball off the outside edge. Roller chases, and after Gailey gives up his first hit of the game, he does face the minimum here in the fourth. Through 3.5 at Peoples Bank Park, it's 2-0 Revs here on 1350 WOYK.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance. Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, one inning will be designated, and one name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like Sunny Money, with top prizes of $5,000.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs come to bat here, home half of the fourth. Middle third of the order due up, Telvin Nash, Luis Cruz, and Dairon Verona. And they face Efrain Nieves. Nieves, 2 unearned runs in the first, both coming following an error with 2 away. Nash drove in one of them. His 21st RBI this year in 24 games played. He's been so good. A late addition to the team as he takes strike 1 at the knees on the outside corner. He was with the White Sox. He was signed midway through last season. Played all throughout the Southsiders system and fouled back to the screen. But this year the White Sox making a lot of deadline moves, and oftentimes that has a trickle-down effect that you don't hear about at the major league level. And Nash, who had battled injuries throughout this season, was sent down to Single-A and optioned out of his contract there. Decided to return to York to finish the year. Down 0-2, the pitch from Nieves reached for and chopped up the third base line, but foul as Nash stays alive. Nash last night a solo home run, That coming in the 8th inning, the exclamation mark to an 11-2 victory for the Revs, who are now 4-0 at home this year against Somerset. The setup away and the 0-2 to Nash. Swinging another foul up the first base side. Nash battling, and the count remains 0-2. Telvin last night homering for the 8th time in 23 games. The 36th time in 140. So had he played a full Atlantic League season every single game, that 36 home runs is what he would have had. Of course, his 140 games coming across 3 seasons. The 0-2 again, called strike 3, inside edge. He turns around, he has a word for home plate umpire Nate Caldwell, pointing to where that crossed. Caldwell holding his arms out like, yeah, it caught the black. He turns around, he is almost looking for help in defending his case. He thought for sure that was a strike, and Nash can't believe it. Nash still protesting as he heads back to the first base side dugout. Second strikeout of the night for Nieves. And here's Luis Cruz. Cruz a single, now a modest 4-game hitting streak. And the first pitch from Nieves, fastball fought foul off to the right and out of play. Cruz presumably will start again tomorrow, with Tejeda suspended by the Atlantic League for 3 games. Following an argument on Sunday, the 0-1 pitch, Cruz skies it foul again off to the right. And once again, Nieves hops ahead 0-2. Nieves now with 5 in a row set down, 2 of them on strikes. 1 away, bases empty, home half of the 4th. The lefty sets, he kicks, and the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a high chopper to third, up with it Rosario. He steps through it and fires across. Cruz hustling down the line is out by a step. 2 away.
Next up from the Revolution, your left fielder, number 13.
Revs lead it 2-0 as Verona comes to the plate. Verona last night with 4 RBIs in his first 2 innings. In the first frame, he hit his second Revs home run. Both of them have been 3-run home runs. An RBI single an inning later. First pitch to him, a fastball off the plate away. 88 from Nieves, 1-0. Verona also, for the 3rd time this year, has had a game of 4 RBIs or more. 2 with 4, 1 with 5. The 1-0 pitch, fastball again, misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. And for Verona, the RBIs seem to come in bunches. He had 4 RBIs in his Revs debut, then 5 down in Southern Maryland about a month ago now. And then 4 last night. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Gonzalez. A big cut by Verona, ahead in the count 2-0. Breeze here at Peoples Bank Park, blowing straight out towards center field. And the 2-1 pitch to Verona. 2-seamer runs back over the inside edge to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nieves again, 6 consecutive quality starts. Over that span, has only won 1 of those games, a 1-2 record. The 2-2 to Verona, he reaches for it, protecting the outside edge and fouls it off over to the right. But his ERA over that span, 2.87. So he's lowered it from what was a 5.25 ERA down to 3.44 entering the night. Tonight, 2 runs against him, both unearned. And the 2-2 to Verona, that one's down and in, ball 3, and the count runs full. Nieves began the season out of the bullpen. 3 outings in relief, totaling 5 innings of work before being moved over to the starting rotation. The payoff pitch with 2 away, reached for and fouled off straight down at the plate. Verona just got a piece and he stays alive. Ryan Dent would be next. Nieves has set down 6 in a row. Righty against lefty. Verona waves the bat over home plate. Nieves gets his sign from Gonzalez. Infield back, outfield straight away. The payoff pitch fouled back again as Verona hangs tough. Three foul balls in the at-bat, all coming with 2 strikes. The next pitch will be the 9th. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nieves sets at the belt. The lefty kicks. He fires. Verona swings and misses a pitch in the dirt. And Nieves wins the battle. He is now set down 7 straight. 3 strikeouts in those 7. And back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings. We head to the 5th at People's Bank Park. It's the Revs 2 and the Patriots nothing on 1350 WOYK.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 5th, the Revs ahead 2-0. Mark Minikazi, Jovan Gonzalez, Greg Golson against Frank Gailey. And the first pitch on the way to Minikazi, strike 1, outer edge. Gailey ahead. Minikazi, the K-man here tonight. Fielder's choice, his first time up. Gailey fires a breaking ball, and it's tapped foul. Splitter there from Gailey, left it up a bit, but Minikazi tapping the top half of the ball over towards the on-deck circle where Jovan Gonzalez awaits his turn. Gailey just 2 base runners, 1 hit through his first 4. He's faced just 1 over the minimum. 50 pitches as he works here in the 5th. And he deals sidearm and a swing and a miss, strike 3. Tag put on by Cruz as he fires down to third. And Gailey going back to last inning, now back-to-back strikeouts and 4 in the game. Gailey looking really sharp here tonight, and it's not just 1 pitch, but all 3 of his pitches, maybe even 4. Very sharp, establishing the fastball low in the zone. The slider as good as we've seen. And that changeup splitter combination, awfully effective too. 1 down for Gonzalez. First pitch, fastball at the knees, strike 1. Sometimes when Gailey falls behind, it's when he misses with that fastball on the first pitch outside, running away to the arm side, but today he's really established it at the bottom of the strike zone to get ahead. Gonzalez, a strikeout victim, his first trip, and now he grounds it to short. Dent a few steps to his backhand side. He sets his feet, and he fires across, 2 gone. One hit hard, hugging the ground. Dent shuffling, good footwork. 4 in a row set down by Frank, and now he'll work to Greg Golson. Golson last night, an RBI double in the 4th. Now has driven in 26 runs in his last 30 games. Infield back, outfield has him played the opposite way. And the first pitch in tight off the glove of Cruz, 1-0. Righty against lefty, Golson an open stance, bright red batting gloves. And the 1-0 from Frank just missed low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Golson a ground out to Telvin Nash at first, back in the 2nd. That ended inning number 2. Frank kicks and delivers, swing and a miss. 86 high and tight. Golson tied up. Golson with 4 home runs on the year. The Patriots just 64 long balls as a team. The 2-1 pitch outside edge for a strike. And that'll even it up at 2-2. Somerset last in the league in home runs. And York near the top. They have 105. 3 home runs in the game last night for the Revs. And the 2-2 pitch with 2 away. Swinging a high chopper to short. Ryan Dent waits back. He feels the hop head high. The low throw to first, and it slips by Nash, who did the splits trying to make the pick. And that will go as an error on Ryan Dent. Telvin Nash still down. His legs spread apart. One of the toughest plays to make as a first baseman, and awfully close play at first. They do go with the error, but Golson may have beaten it out either way. He does move up to 2nd as the ball leaves the field of play. So now a runner in scoring position. And Justin Pacioli to the plate. Pacioli a ground out to Dent, his first time up. Did not play last night, in there at center field tonight. An open stance from the right side, high socks as Gailey peers into Cruz for signs. 2-0 Revs, in the first pitch on the way, down and in with a splitter. 1-0. Pacioli has hit safely in 16 of his last 24. He's reached base safely in 63 of 78. The 1-0 from Gailey, fastball on the outside edge for a strike. And he evens the count at 1-1. Pacioli with good speed, tied for 2nd in the league in stolen bases. 33 on the year. And the 1-1 pitch. That one's hit on the ground to the right side. Nash bobbles. He picks it up. He flips to Gailey, covering and just in time to get Pacioli hustling down the line. 1 man left stranded on the error by Ryan Dent. But no harm done. We're halfway home at Peoples Bank Park, and the Revs lead it 2-0 on 1350 WOYK.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League.
Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Revs come to bat here, home half of the fifth. Ryan Dent, Jared Mitchell, Chase Simpson, bottom third. They lead it 2-0. First pitch to Dent just off the outside edge for ball one. Nieves back out there for inning number 5. And he has retired 7 straight. Righty against lefty, and the pitch to Dent. He watches one over. This time it catches the outer black. The count now even at 1-1. Dent, a 3-hit game last night. Alonzo Harris also had 3 hits. The 1-1 pitch chopped foul down the third baseline, and it skips into the seats. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Dent. Nieves lifting his arms, trying to get that jersey, feeling comfortable as he leans in for his sign. Bright blue glove. And now time called by his catcher, Jovan Gonzalez, who wants to put down a different sign. Nieves now in his 11th pro season, second season with the Patriots. And the 1-2 to Dent misses down and in. Ryan kicking that back foot out. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year, a 3-0 record, a 3.09 ERA with the Patriots. 9 games, 6 starts. The setup outside and the 2-2 to Dent. That one hits his spot, but he misses away. And it's now full at 3-2. Nieves last year struck out 30, walked 11 in 35 innings. Originally drafted by the Brewers in 2007 in the 7th round. Out of the Puerto Rican Baseball Academy. The 3-2 pitch, Ryan Dent stays alive. He hits it foul out of play right side. Nieves, the Puerto Rican native. Every offseason he goes back. He plays winter ball in his home country. Played for Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic in 2013 when they won the silver medal. The 3-2 home to Dent. Swinging a hard ground ball to second base right at Scott Kelly. He's up with it and on to first for out number 1. 8 in a row now set down by Nieves. And Jared Mitchell, the last man to reach, comes to bat. Mitchell hit a broken bat. Ground ball back up the middle. It was fielded behind the base by the shortstop Rodriguez, but the throw late to first. So it was an infield hit. Not back in the second. Mitchell later picked off. Mitchell, with that infield hit, though, extends his consecutive home games in which he's reached base to 27 straight. And the first pitch breaking ball in there, strike 1. Alonzo Harris earlier this year had 34 straight reached at home. That was second best all time for a Rev. And now Mitchell at 27, and as he watches another breaking ball middle away, strike 2. So Mitchell now in sole possession of 5th all-time in consecutive home games reaching base. His on-base streak at home, the 3rd longest in the league this year, longest active, and the 0-2 pitch down and away, a breaking ball. Mitchell lays off, and it's 1-2. Jared also extending his hitting streak to 7 straight games. The only lefty in the lineup against the left-hander Nieves. 2 switch hitters are in there. The 1-2 pitch, Mitchell chops it the opposite way. backhanded by Kelly at shortstop. The throw is low and it gets by the first baseman, Minakazi. I should say Rodriguez at short, backing up, played the high hop on the backhand side. And it's a base hit, an infield single for the second time for Jared Mitchell. He was hustling down the line. It was a close play at first. And a two-hit game for Mitchell.
For the Revolution, your third baseman, number 27, Chase Simpson.
And they will award him second base. It must have caromed in and out of the Revs dugout. Tough to see from my vantage point, but a single and an error on the shortstop. And now a runner in scoring position, and Mitchell snaps the streak of 8 in a row, retired. Here's Chase Simpson, switch hitter, batting right. Big hole on the right side as Kelly plays close to second. And the first pitch outside, ball one, a fastball at 89. Nieves up to 69 pitches as he works here in the home fifth. And the pitch to Simpson, swing and a miss. He pulled the string and Simpson swung over it. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Simpson on the season hitting .202, but comes into play hitting .250 from the right side of the plate. And the pitch on the way, fouled straight back. A check on the count. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Simpson. Everyone trying to get straight on that. The digital scoreboard not agreeing with the hand-operated scoreboard. Folks in the press box trying to straighten things out, and confirmed by Nate Caldwell behind the plate. It is 1-2. And the pitch just inside, a 2-seamer, nearly ran back as Simpson jumped back. $2-0 Revs here, home half of the fifth. 2 unearned runs scored in the opening frame, and that's been all for either side. Somerset with just 2 base runners, 1 hit. The 2-2 to Simpson, called strike 3. At the knees, he's frozen. That's the 4th strikeout for Nieves, and 2 away in the 5th.
For the Revolution, your second baseman.
Nieves came with the fastball ahead in the count. Simpson likely looking off speed there. And now it's back to the top of the order and Alonzo Harris. Harris came in with an OPS of .937. 1 for 2, a single in the first. Waves the bat over home plate, righty against lefty in open stance. And the first pitch bounces in, blocked down by Gonzalez, 1-0. Harris 3rd in the league in average at .324, 5th in on base, .389, and 1st in the Atlantic League in slugging at .548. Closing in on a 2020 season, 18 home runs, 19 stolen bases. And the pitch to Harris swung on and missed. He was out in front. Count even at 1 strike. Harris also leads the league in runs scored with 70. Up to 3rd now in hits with 118. 199 total bases, good for 5th. The setup away and the 1-1 pitch, a fastball off the plate outside. 2-1. Alonzo with that home run last night, a 3-run shot. Homering in back-to-back games. A leadoff home run in the finale against the Skeeters on Sunday, and then a 3-run shot in the game last night. His 18 lead the team, and the 2-1 pitch, a check swing on a ball that broke down and in, and Harris able to lay off. So now a hitter's count, 3-1. Mitchell at second with 2 away. The Revs with a 2-0 lead and looking for more here in the home fifth. Infield back, outfield straight away. Breeze blowing right to left. Nieves sets. And the pitch to Harris, swinging a foul straight back, a big rip, and he just missed it. Off the netting, directly behind home plate. The count now full 3-2. Harris, that single in the first, extending a hitting streak to 6 in a row. He was 8 for his prior 23 coming into play. Full count, 2 down. The pitch to Harris, reached for and poked into center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Mitchell around third. He's being waved home, and he will be in safely without a throw. A 2-out base hit from Alonzo Harris, and the Revs ahead 3-0 here in the 5th. A 3-2 pitch down and away, and Harris just stuck out the bat, got it off the end, and dumped it into center field.
Next up for the Revolution.
2-out RBI. We'll get Witherspoon to the plate. Harris 3 RBIs last night, 1 more here tonight. Witherspoon 0 for 2. Harris hands on knees, inching his lead from first. And a toss in that direction, he's back in standing. Witherspoon, a tough start to the night. Bounced into a double play in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third. Nieves from the belt. And another toss to first, a sidearm delivery over there. And again, Harris back in. And he is standing. No runs, a hit, 1 error for Somerset. 3 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for York. The setup outside, the pitch from Nieves. Fastball for a called strike. He went with the slide step home to Witherspoon. And he gets ahead 0-1. Travis second in the league in triples with 5 on the year. Trailing only Mike Krause of New Britain. And the 0-1 pitch, and he thought about a swing but holds back on a changeup down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alexi Casilla would be next. Nieves slowing the pace here as he's up over 80 pitches. And he fires up and away to Witherspoon. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Nieves in his last start against Long Island. It was a no decision, but he left with the lead. His team ended up winning after squandering that lead. But he gave up just 2 earned in 6 frames. Another toss to first, the slide step over, and Harris back in standing. He walked 3 in that one, struck out 8. And again, coming in with 6 consecutive quality starts. And over that span has struck out 33 in 37 2/3 innings. 3 runs against him tonight, but just 1 of those is earned. And the pitch on the way, upstairs, the throw down to second. Harris running, and he's in safely with a stolen base. Harris with his 20th bag stolen of the year. And he's into scoring position, and a 3-1 hitter's count to Witherspoon. Should say all 3 probably at this point unearned as Mitchell moved up to second on the error, but that run could become earned. Pitch to Witherspoon, down and away, ball 4. And now the Revs with 2 men on and 2 away. So that'll bring Alexi Casilla to the plate. Casilla reached on an error and scored in the first, grounded out to third in the third. Quick chat at the mound. Gonzalez going out. Casilla, a 2-hit game last night, giving him 23 multi-hit games in 52 played this year. He's hit safely in 43 of those 52. And the switch hitter batting right. First pitch swinging, he hits it foul off the top of the screen and back. 0-1. See it chasing a high fastball, the first pitch from Nieves. He's up to 86 pitches on the day, but the Somerset bullpen is quiet. First and second, 2 men down, home half of the 5th. And the pitch to Casilla hit hard to the left side. That's through for a base hit. Harris rounding third. He's being sent. Eggleston's throw to the plate is cut off. And Harris scampers across to score. And the Revs lead it 4-0 here in the 5th. Casilla now hits safely in 44 of 53. And another 2-out RBI for the Revs.
Let's see yours. Now back in field.
Grounding it through the left side. Witherspoon up to second.
Telvin Nash.
And it's still first and second with 2 away for Telvin Nash. Nash 1 for 2 and RBI his first time up. Extended that hitting streak to 6 in a row. First pitch to Nash. He swings away and lifts it foul and out of play off to the right. Owen won the count to Nash. First and second. The Revs ahead 4-0. Pitch bounces in, it gets away, and both runners now will move up. Witherspoon to third, Casilla to second on the wild pitch. As umbrellas begin to pop open here at Peoples Bank Park, the skies have darkened. And light rain beginning to fall, and now the fans are going to seek some cover. Witherspoon at third, Casilla at second, 2 away. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Telvin Nash. Nieves sets, and the 1-1, swing and a miss. 87, and it's a pitcher's pitch, down and away. A perfect spot, and Nash down in the count, 1-2. Luis Cruz would be next. Nieves ready, drops the hands. And the 1-2 to Nash, reached for and fouled off. Straight back to the netting to stay alive. As we talked about last night, not only has Nash really done a great job with the long ball, but he's had really good at-bats as well. Making pitchers work, putting the ball in play a lot. Big righty taps the heart of the plate, waves the bat over the dish. 4-0 Revs, 2 down, home 5th. And the 1-2 to Nash, reach for, grounded back up the middle, base hit center field. Witherspoon in to score, Casilla rounding third, and he will be in standing. A 2 RBI single for Telvin Nash, and a 6-0 lead for the Revs.
2 RBIs brought to you by
Telvin Nash comes through again. 3 RBIs in the ball game. 23 RBIs in 24 games this year. And the Revs extend the lead. It's 6-0 here in the 5th. And his 2-strike hitting has been superb. Last night, a sac fly to center, down in the count, 0-2. A 1-2 pitch, he drives right back up the middle here. And Luis Cruz to the plate. First pitch to Cruz, fastball right there, strike 1. Revs 4 runs in the inning, all coming with 2 men down. And the 0-1 to Cruz, reach for, hit the other way, right field, base hit. Right between first and second, Nash up to second, he'll put on the brakes as Golston gets it back in. 3 straight hits for the Revs, and 5 in a row have reached base against Nieves. Luis Cruz again hitting to all parts of the ballpark. Drove a double to the gap in right center in the first. This time goes the opposite way past the reach of Minakazi at first. And the Revs looking for more. They've batted around here as Verona comes to the plate. First and second, and the pitch to Verona, high and away, ball one. Six runs on 9 hits for the Revs. 2 in the first, 4 here in the fifth. And the 1-ball delivery, swing and a miss. Hung on to by Gonzalez behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield back, outfield straight away. And the 1-1, that one just missed outside. Verona lays off and he's ahead in the count. Somerset bullpen last night had to work 6 1/3 innings. So it looks like they're going to really just have Nieves go as long as he can tonight. He's up to 97 pitches. And the 2-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. Verona chased off the plate away. And the Patriots bullpen last night did do a very good job. 6 1/3, as I mentioned, just 1 earned run allowed. Behind starter Patrick Johnson, who gave up 9 runs, 8 earned in just 1 2/3. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Verona misses down and in, a breaking ball. And the count runs full. Runners will get a head start. Nash from second, Cruz from first. Nieves leans in for his sign. A long look, and now Verona steps out. The Revs left fielder back in there, waving the bat over home plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 men gone. Nieves ready, a look back, the payoff pitch. Runners go, and Verona fouls it off to the right and out of play. For the next payoff pitch, we'll pause for station ID on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
4 runs in, Verona looking to add to it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner goes in the pitch outside, ball 4, and the Revs have the bases loaded. Nash up to third, Cruz to second, Verona on at first with the walk. And Ryan Dent will come to bat for the 2nd time this inning. The Revs have batted around for the 2nd night in a row. Did so in the 1st inning last night. They sent 12 to the plate. And Dent will be the 10th man to bat here in the 5th. Mound visit from pitching coach Corey Dommel. And now the bullpen will start to get busy. Efrain Nieves up to 101 pitches. And he began the inning getting Dent to ground out. That was 8 in a row retired at that point. But 8 batters have reached since. 7 of the next 8 have reached. Dent looking to make it 8 of 9. Bases loaded, Dent up, 2 down, 4 runs in. 6-0, the Revs lead it. Nieves ready. First pitch to Dent, a fastball over, strike 1. AJ Atcher up and throwing. A righty down in the left field bullpen for Somerset. Nash at third, Cruz at second, Verona at first, and the 0-1 sails up and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan Dent this year, 2 for 8 with the bases loaded, 6 runs driven in. He's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs, both to second. The 1-1 pitch, swing a chopper, slowly hit left side. It's going to be a tough play. Rosario charges, throws on the run, and he gets dent by a step to end the frame. But the Revs crack this one open. 4 runs in the inning. On 4 hits, they do leave 3. And after 5 complete at Peoples Bank Park, it's the Revs 6 and the Patriots nothing on 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Hi, this is Brian Ascuri of the U.S. Women's Soccer Team. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
The Revs now with a 6-0 lead, a 4-run 5th inning. Frank Gailey with plenty of cushion back to work. First pitch to Eggleston, a fastball just missed the outside corner. 1-0. Revs really getting to Nieves in that frame. And all the runs coming with 2 away as Gailey misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Mentioned there was a little bit of rain in that last half inning. It seems to have passed. Dark clouds still hanging overhead. Lefty on lefty, the 2-0, and that one just missed. Awfully close, maybe a little low, perhaps just outside, but it's 3-0. The runners on base against Gailey, a walk, an error, and a bunt single, that's all. 3-0 pitch, and that's a called strike, just off the outside edge. A 3-0, benefit of the doubt there, and it's 3-1. Gailey gonna try to battle back. 3-1 to Eggleston, just outside, ball 4. Gailey leaning back, hoping to get that call, but it's a leadoff walk for the 2nd time today. That'll turn the lineup over for Alfredo Rodriguez. As we take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. It's the Barnstormers 2 and the Blue Crabs nothing, bottom of the 6th. Up in Lancaster, they're going to play that doubleheader tomorrow to make up for last night's rainout. Here's Rodriguez in the first pitch from Gailey, over for strike 1. Rodriguez shortening and pulling back. Elsewhere on the out-of-town scoreboard, it's the Ducks nothing, Skeeters nothing. Home 6th at Bethpage Ballpark. And up in Bridgeport, the Bees lead the Bluefish 3-0, top of the 4th. Gailey kicks and fires 0-1, and that's in there for a strike. At the knees on the outside corner, Gailey charges ahead 0-2. Frank making his 23rd start of the year. He's gone 5 or more innings in 11 straight. Make it 12 here tonight. And there's a tapper out in front of the plate. Gailey charges off to the left of the mound and throws a strike to first. Nicely done on the swinging bunt. Gailey had to move towards the third base line, plant and fire, and it was on the money to Telvin Nash. One away. Eggleston up to second base on the play. And here's Scott Kelly. Gailey has really fielded his position well in this one. Got over to cover first to end the fifth. Nearly had Kelly out at first on a bunt single up the first baseline, in which Gailey made an acrobatic field and throw. Kelly just beat it. Here is Kelly. And the pitch from Gailey. Fastball hit on the ground to the right side. Reaching to his left is Nash. He picks it up and hustles to the base. And there is two away. Up to third goes Rodriguez. But with two down. That one skidding on the ground. Nash kept the glove low. And he fielded it on his way to the bag. 6-0. The Revs lead it here in the top of the sixth. The Revs looking to make it a 5-0 record here at home against the Patriots. And so far, at home this year against Somerset, have outscored the Patriots 28-9. 5-4 win in the opener, 4-2 and 2-1 the other victories in that home opening series of the year. And the first pitch from Gailey, a splitter over to Rosario. 0-1. Last night they won 11-2. That matched their largest margin of victory this season, and they're up 6-0 here tonight. The 0-1 from Gailey, fouled straight back. Frank again gets ahead of Rosario, 0-2. Rosario, a strikeout in the first, a ground ball double play in the fourth. Gailey has given up just one hit. It was a bunt single. The kick and the 0-2. Swinging a chopper right side. Moving to his backhand is Nash. The long flip to Gailey covering. And Gailey gets his foot down just ahead of Rosario. And that will retire the side. A leadoff walk left stranded at third. And after 6 complete at Peoples Bank Park, it's the Revs 6 and the Patriots nothing. Darrell Henry will take you home when we come back here on 1350 WOYK.
Rich Eisen.
I might be the mayor of the Follow Through Challenge community.
I like it. The Rich Eisen Show.
I'm here with Jim Moore from UCLA here on the Rich Eisen Show, and you answered, this had to be the first draft you physically have been to.
Yeah, I've been in 25 or 26 draft rooms where you're on one end of the phone talking to New York, now Chicago, but I'd never been in the green room.
What'd you think of the dog and pony show?
I thought it was amazing. I loved it. Unfortunately, I saw the Tunsil thing. That was really amazing. And so to be able to go back to my players and say, okay, this is why we talk about decision making, and this is why we talk about the dangers of social media. And with Miles, you understand how fragile this career can be in the NFL. And so it pounds the point home to your players of the importance of an education and the importance of networking and setting yourself up for a life after football.
Time to roll.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Smith Village Home Furnishings, Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, Maple Press Company, Shaler Yesco Distribution Incorporated, the York County Economic Alliance. Together, we prosper. Visit ycea-pa.org.
This is Stephen Janis. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, Darrell, the Revs batted twice around in the fifth. Made me think it was already the sixth, but no, I still have another frame to go.
Yeah. And I need to catch up, so have at it.
A.J. Asher on, Mitchell, Simpson, and Harris, 8, 9, and 1. Revs ahead 6-0 On the Maple Donuts pitching change, Mitchell now facing a righty in the first pitch. Hit on the ground. It caroms off the mound to short. Knocked down by the shortstop Rodriguez, and he can't pick it up. Mitchell will reach, and that will go as an error. It took a funny hop off the mound. It brought it back right to Rodriguez, who flipped the glove around and knocked it straight down and could not come up with it.
Next up for the Revolution, your third baseman, number 27, Chase.
So leadoff runner on for the Revs in the 6th. And here's Chase Simpson, who will turn around and hit from the left side. The Revs 2 runs in the first, both unearned. 4 in the 5th, all earned against the starter, Efrain Nieves. Here's Simpson. And the setup away, the first pitch, and it's upstairs, 1-0. Simpson kicking a foothold in the back of that first base side batter's box. Asher working from the first base side of the rubber. The righty ready. A long hold, and now the 1-0. Swinging a pop-up foul back over our heads and out of play. Actor on the season, a 2-2 record, a 3.96 ERA. Making his 15th appearance of the year, 14 of those in relief. Kick and the pitch. Runner goes up and in. The throw down to second. A head first slide in safely. Jared Mitchell in with a stolen base. Mitchell's 14th in 17 tries. And he's into scoring position. 2-1 the count to Simpson. Actor on the season, 25 innings of work, 23 hits. 11 runs all earned. He's walked 6 and struck out 24. Mitchell hands on hips out there at second. A flash of lightning in the distance to our left. And the 2-1 pitch hit hard down the line and right. Fair ball. It gets down and rolls to the corner. Mitchell around third. He'll score easily. Simpson on his horse around to second base. An RBI double, and the Revs lead is 7-0 here in the 6th. Chase Simpson continues to hit well. And he's got a lot more playing time here of late with Trienfeld sidelined. Double last night, a double here tonight. The Revs continue to pile it on. They now lead Somerset at home this year, 29-9. Back to the top, and Harris, first pitch, he looks over, down and away, ball 1. Quick hands from Simpson on that one, driving it down the line and right all the way to the corner. He leads from second, and the 1-0 hit high in the air, deep down the line and left, but it's hooking and it is foul. That might have had home run distance on it. I think so. It looked like it caromed off of Arch Street, but about 20 feet to the left of the foul pole, 300 feet down the line and left. Harris again, back-to-back games he's gone yard. Now in a tie for 5th in the league with 18. Closing in on that 2020 season. The 1-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. Thinking about that arch nemesis again, this time out in front too far. And he's behind 1-2. Harris picked up steal number 20 earlier in this one, sitting 2 home runs shy of that 2020 season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Actor, hit on the ground, left side and foul, picked up by Polo in the third base side coach's box. Harris already with a 2-hit game. Single to left, a single to center. Righty sets. He looks back, and the 1-2. Swinging a high drive, deep but foul. He pulled it again onto Arch Street, left field line. Has not yet had a problem squaring up the deliveries from A.J. Actor, but just a little early on the swing. Actor 6'5", 216 from Brighton, Michigan. Has pitched in the big leagues. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Harris chased it up around shoulder high. And he set down on strikes for out number 1. Certainly did not get cheated in that at bat. But Actor picks up the K. So here's Witherspoon. Witherspoon, a walk and a run scored his last time up. Batting in the 2-hole here tonight. Alrighty, sets and delivers. And Witherspoon watches a strike. Middle in, 0-1. Travis had been hitting in the 9-hole regularly over the last several weeks. The 0-1 pitch and a backhand stop knocked down at the plate by Gonzalez. On a pitch down and away. Infield back, outfield straight away. 7-0, the Revs in front, 1 man down. The 1-1 to Witherspoon, a breaking ball snaps through the zone but misses down and away. Witherspoon ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. Actor last worked on Sunday, allowed a run on a hit in 1 inning. And he misses outside again, the fastball. It's a hitter's count, 3-1. Actor took the loss in that one, the finale against Southern Maryland. Last season, pitched in 27 games with the Los Angeles Angels, a 1-0 record, a 3.11 ERA. And the pitch to Witherspoon, down and away. It gets away. It's ball 4, but up to third. More importantly goes Chase Simpson, where he's now 90 feet away with 1 man down. It's a wild pitch to move Simpson up. And Witherspoon has walked for the 2nd time tonight.
Number 4, Alexi Casilla.
Alexi Casilla now up. He will turn around and hit from the left side. And the first pitch to him, a fastball hit hard, but on the ground to second. Could be 2. Kelly flips to 1. Rodriguez back to first. It's an inning-ending double play. 4-6-3, the Patriots turn it, but the Revs get a run home on a hit, 1 error, and nobody left, or 1 man left, I should say. And now after 6 complete, Darrell Henry will take you home when we come back here on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event is on, featuring Outlander Sports starting at $18,735 or 0% financing available for up to 72 months. Right now, $2,500 off all 2017 Mitsubishi Lancers or the 2017 Outlander with standard 7-passenger seating and discounts and rebates up to $4,000. York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event with a great selection and over 70 cars available. York Mitsubishi just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue in York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Sale ends 8/31.
Hi, this is United States Olympian Haley Flickener. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Now the Revs with a 7-0 lead. As we head to the 7th inning, Frank Gailey, who's been superbly efficient here tonight, will face Kyle Roller leading things off as we start the 7th, 4, 5, and 6. Roller a walk and a strikeout thus far. The Tarp crew is gathered in right field. Hold your breath. First pitch is over for a strike. The Revs with 2 in the first tonight, 4 in the 5th, adding another one in the 6th. There's the 0-1, and it breaks down and away. Gailey at only 73 pitches at the start of this inning, 73 through 6. Shade Roller the other way, the 1-1. Swing and a foul tip back. For all of the grief that I gave Matt, or he gave me, for getting all the runs last night. Had a couple pretty good innings for the offense here in the middle tonight. Gailey ready with it. And the 1-2. Swing and a foul tip right behind home plate as Cruz was trying to corral that, and some lightning flashing as that pitch was thrown. Now a light sprinkle begins, which is all we had back in the 5th inning. And then it tapered off, but radar suggesting it might be a little more serious this time around. 1-2 it remains. Gailey fires, breaking ball, beaten foul off of Roller's foot. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for York. No runs, 1 hit, 3 errors for Somerset. Oh, go ahead, Matt.
And they did change the scoring decision on that Mitchell infield hit. They went back and looked and felt like he would not have beaten it. So all 4 runs across in the 5th, now unearned.
Pitch is inside, a change-up, 2-2. Well, Roller down 7 here. He's making Gailey work here in this at-bat to begin the 7th. 2-2, and it just missed inside. Some more lightning flickering. Last time Gailey went more than 6 was July 2nd, 7 scoreless against Sugar Land. Really efficient that day. He deals and missed high. The Roller works his way on a walk to begin the 7th. Second time that Gailey has walked him. Mark Minikazi will be the hitter. Revs Baseball brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Sheets, Ace Distributing, and Stamball Plumbing and Heating. This is Minikazi, who's hit into a fielder's choice and struck out. First pitch is up and outside. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster leads Southern Maryland 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-0. And that misses down and away. Any potential rain in this area tonight, Lancaster far enough along, their game is official, and it would look on the radar like we would get it first. Here's the 2-0, swinging a foul, back against the netting. Other games, Sugar Land trailing at Long Island 2-1 in the 7th. New Britain with a 3-1 lead in Bridgeport in the 5th. They're playing again. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a ground ball to short. Dent is there. He will feed Harris, and the turn is in plenty of time. A 6-4-3 double play. And the base is empty with 2 outs as the Revs turn their second of the night. Dead double play ball. And Gailey trying to finish 7 before the rain or otherwise. That last time that he went more than 6, July 2nd, he had 84 pitches through 7 scoreless. Right there, he just threw his 84th tonight. Here's Jovan Gonzalez, and he takes a fastball strike. Gonzalez a strikeout and a ground out tonight. Some light rain starting up again. Here's a line drive. Right field at Mitchell. He froze and squeezed it. And Frank Gailey, through 7 shutout innings tonight, has allowed 1 bunt hit, and that's it. Mitchell a step in. He had to freeze. The ball stayed up, and he had to reach up, but he caught it. And the rain now picks up as we've gotten to the 7th inning stretch. What a gem from Frank Gailey tonight. If not for a bunt hit, he could be flirting with something the Revs have never done in their history. As it is, it's been another brilliant performance. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 7-0 York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2017 York Adams League.
Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
At the York County Solid Waste Authority, we know just 1 quart of motor oil can contaminate 1 million gallons of water. Recycle your motor oil at locations throughout York County. Visit www.ycswa.com for locations. Garbage is power.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Hi, this is Brandy Portanova, Charitable Giving Coordinator at Gladfelter, proud member of the York County Economic Alliance since 1955. You are listening to Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Now some umbrellas popping up, a light rain it continues to be. Revs with a 7-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Telvin Nash up first, and he lays off outside. New pitcher Dustin Antolin on a pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. As A.J. Octor worked the 1 inning, giving up 1 run, which was unearned. 1-0. And a swing and a high fly foul down the right field side and out of play. The Revs do not have an earned run tonight. But the name of the game is not earned runs compared to your opponent. It would be runs compared to your opponent. Nash tonight, 2 for 3, 2 singles and 3 driven in. 23 ribbies in 24 games. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive to right. It'll send Golson back. It carries, and he reaches up and runs it down onto the warning track. A low liner the other way. And Golson reaches up and flags it down. And a bright flash of lightning toward North York. I don't believe it was all that far away. Golson made that grab going onto the warning track. In right field, ends up with both hands against the fence as he made the play. Here is Luis Cruz, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI double tonight. On the first pitch, fastball, it's a called strike.
And we'll see how much longer Nate Caldwell decides to let this game go. The rain steady but not heavy, but that flash of lightning awfully close by.
Here's the 0-1. And a called strike, outside corner at the knees. Tarp crew continues to sit down in right field, just waiting for their names to be called, but hoping that they're not. There's the stretch. 0-2 pitch, misses outside, and a bolt of lightning toward North York.
Well, how can they say that if their players on the field?
PA man Chris Brown telling the fans to move to concourse safety due to lightning in the area. There's the stretch. And the 1-2 out of the slide step. Cruz sprays it foul toward our Tarp crew in right field. Might they get one? No, it bounced off a seat right over the entire pack of them. One of the kids got the ball, which he should. I thought maybe Jackson would get one, or Allie or Tyler. Just wasn't to be. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball away. And the first 2 men retired. Another bolt of lightning in the area, but yeah, let's keep playing. I grew up, obviously, with a metal bat in my hand, which certainly would have been off the field by now. Here's Tyrone Verona. And Antolin with the pitch. Big swing and a miss. He aired it out on a first pitch fastball. Verona 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Revs lead at 7-0 here in the bottom of the 7th after an 11-2 win last night. A low set with the hands from the righty. Pitch is swung on and missed, 0-2. He holds the hands down like he's trying to empty a bucket of water in front of his body. Got the hands facing third base. He'll go from the stretch at all times. He fires, and a called third strike. Hits the outside corner and works a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Antolin. And we go to the 8th here tonight. It's the Revs 7 and the Patriots nothing.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members. Smith Village Home Furnishings, Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, Maple Press Company, Shaler Yesco Distribution Incorporated, the York County Economic Alliance. Together we prosper. Visit ycea-pa.org.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, Frank Gailey had taken the mound to begin warm-ups for an 8th inning here tonight, but lightning intensifying between innings, and Joe Morgan has convinced them to call for the tarp with rain on the way, as they are getting home plate covered with the mini tarp just in time for the entire crew to pull the big tarp across. And lightning in the area, which is one concern, but and obviously lightning should be a huge concern for safety reasons. But following that, according to the radar, it does look like some rain on the way. So fortunately, they call for it now before it's too late. And they have gotten the tarp down on the field and covered, and maybe learned a lesson in some previous nights. So a rain delay here as we get set for the 8th. The 8th inning brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy, 7-0 York. Are you tired of feeling the effects? And here comes the rain. You tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or a downpour like starting now? Or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. York Dental Sleep Therapy, 450 West Market Street in Hallam. And great decision by them this time to listen to Joe, as it has become a downpour while our crew is out there putting the finishing touches on the stakes and all of that.
Yeah, there are a few people I would say are never wrong, and I think Joe's in that category right about now.
Well, they got it right this time. So we have a rain delay at the end of 7 innings, and I'm sure that'll be it for Gailey, who was outstanding tonight. And really? The game isn't over yet, but I think Witherspoon's trying to convince his teammates to do the tarp slide again.
It's not officially over yet, but with what's forecasted and the number of innings played, I would not be optimistic that we pick this one up.
Well, it looks like Witherspoon and Dent, and last time it was Zoe, are pretty confident in that and are going to entertain the crowd here pretty shortly, as you can maybe hear some thunder.
Always fun, but not necessarily the best idea with lightning going on.
It's not the approach I would take, but I understand that in East York it's not raining yet, but it just got here. So this may be it for the night. But
well, last night it poured all night in Lancaster, and we didn't get any.
Not a drop here. Now, before we break, first we'll look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. It's now 5-0 Lancaster in the 8th, hosting Southern Maryland. So if these scores both hold, the Revs will stay a half game up. Sugar Land trailing at Long Island 2-1 in the 8th. And New Britain a 3-1 lead in Bridgeport in the bottom of the 6th. They are playing each other again. 2 series in a row. So recapping this one here tonight before we send it back to NBC Sports Radio for at least a bit. Frank Gailey, masterful here tonight. Really one of his best outings ever in a Revs uniform. Kept him off balance all night. At the moment, he's at 7 scoreless, 1 bunt hit, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and his only hit allowed, Scott Kelly, the speedster, bunting for a hit to lead off the 4th inning. If not for that, we would be talking about Revolution history right now, but not to be here tonight. Revs have never thrown a no-hitter. They had a 1-hitter in September of 2012. Chris Waters at Sugar Land faced 1 over the minimum in that game, gave up a double, and it wasn't really a no-hit bid. The double came in, I believe, the 5th inning. Here tonight, the bunt hit in the 4th inning. But offensively, the Revs, 7 runs, all unearned. They benefited from a 2-out error in the 1st. Talvin Nash an RBI single, Luis Cruz an RBI double. And Efrain Nieves settled down, faced the minimum the next 3. But the Revs would open things up in the 5th when we had our first threat of the skies opening, and it was just a brief sprinkle here. They played through it, but there was a 1-out error in that inning, and then with 2 outs, the Revs again would do their damage. It was Alonzo Harris with an RBI single. He stole second. Witherspoon walked. A wild pitch moved them both up. Alexi Casilla an RBI hit. Talvin Nash a 2-run single. And they would eventually leave the bases loaded, but that's how they put up 4 more runs. And then last inning, it was a leadoff error that allowed Mitchell to reach, and he would then steal his 14th base and score when Chase Simpson turned on 1 and ripped it down the line and right for a double. So a 7-0 lead, and Frank Gailey is either 6 outs or a rain-shortened game away from becoming the first in the Atlantic League this season to 10 victories. And it's been another good one for the Revs here tonight. So we'll see what happens. And right now the rain has lessened a little bit, but it's a pretty big batch that I had seen on radar the last time I checked radar about half an hour ago. So we'll see if we can get another look here before we send this off to the network, but did not look.
There was a lot of red out there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see if I can give you one last radar update from what we're seeing. Looks like pretty heavy through 10 o'clock, then a break, and then some more around 11 o'clock. And with that said, the rain has picked up again here. So a rain delay, and we'll see. We're not in position to make the prediction, but could be the end of the night. Revs lead at 7-0 at the end of 7. And we will send things back to NBC Sports Radio for now. Make sure you check our Twitter feeds at Revs PBP, at York Revolution, at WOYK 1350 for updates in the meantime. And then certainly when we have something that bears notification, we'll be back on air to tell you all about it. But now some sideways sheets of rain coming down. So we'll take a break. Rain delay here at Peoples Bank Park with the Revs leading 7-0 at the end of 7.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's. Why go any
anywhere else.
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438 or online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.